Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring you the best Aknosom armor guide. The new bowgun meta? This video analyzes the armor of the new fire monster of Curse of the Wandering Flame. Aknosom has some useful armor for specific weapon types and builds. Although not as popular as the other monsters of Season 3, the layered armor might be something you want if you don't want them for the skills. First, we're going to start off with the Aknosom armor fort stats and cost. So Aknosom armor starts at grade 3, with its base defense at 49, and its fort requirements being 3 Aknosom feathers, which are rarity 1, 2 Aknosom crests, which are rarity 3, 2 Makalite ores, which are rarity 2, and 600 Zeni. But if you want to make the most out of your Aknosom armor, you need to get them to grade 6, and here's the forge to grade 6 cost. So upgrading any piece of Aknosom gear to grade 6 will take some materials. But if you do, upgrading to grade 6 will grant a piece of Aknosom armor its second skill, and it may also upgrade a skill from a piece of Aknosom armor from level 1 to level 2. And drift smelt slots are also unlocked for some Aknosom armor at grade 6. And if you want them drift smelt slots, well, you need to get the Aknosom armor from grade 6 to grade 8, and here's the cost. As you see here, upgrading any piece of Aknosom gear from grade 6 to grade 8 will take a lot of materials. But upgrading to grade 8 is necessary to unlock the drift smelt slot for some Aknosom armor. Thankfully, if you want to do this, Aknosom does not have a unique rarity 6 and uses Wyvern gem shards. And now we move on to what some of y'all have been waiting for, the armor analysis. Starting off with the Aknosom Helm, here's its analysis, equipment skills, and effects. It has defensive loading level 1, and it upgrades to level 2 at grade 6. This reloads file/ammo of charge blade /gun lance /heavy bowgun by 2 after guarding against a monster's attack. And its drift smelt slot is unlocked at grade 8. Now the thing is, this is an okay piece of armor, it's just okay. Defensive loading isn't a great skill as it requires you to either pair it with guard and or perfect guard. Otherwise you will have to take damage. It's good for fun, not worth it overall. Anything in this game that requires you to take damage to do something will lower your DPS, because the monster isn't going to start mollywopping you unless it's Rajang or something super aggressive throughout the entire battle. That's just not how... That's not why ranged weapons are so good. Ranged weapons are really good as far as heavy bowgun, because guess what? You reload, you get into critical range, and then bam, you blast away. Things like heavy bowgun can't do that. They can't get into optimal range, and if you're close, you lose optimum range, depending on what ammo type you're using. So it is a very wonky skill, and it is very, very much not worth it. Up next, we have the Aknosom Mail. Here's the analysis, equipment skills, and effects. It has defensive loading level 1, which reloads file/ammo of charge blade /gun lance /heavy bowgun by 1 after guarding against a monster's attack. It also gives you guard level 1, which very slightly reduces damage and knockback when guarding against monsters. And its drift smelt slot is also unlocked at grade 5. Pair this with the Aknosom Helm to max out defensive reloading. It's important for the build as it also carries guard level 1. So in order for you not to take damage unless your armor is super high, or if you are just perfect guarding, you are going to take damage against something that is a high star monster, or above whatever grade your armor is. So you need this as well, and it's just a bonus. You get defensive loading level 1 and guard level 1 as well. Decent piece of armor that again pairs with the Aknosom Helm. Moving on, we have the Aknosom Vambraces, and here's its analysis, equipment skills, and effects. You get quick work level 1, where you become ever so slightly faster at sheathing or transforming your weapon. And you get power prolonger level 1 as well when you upgrade it to grade 6. This decreases the rate of the spirit gauge of longswords by 5%, the duration of demon mode of dual blades by 20%, and the duration of the red shield charge of charge blade by plus 10%. As well as having its drift smelt slot unlocked at grade 5. Now this is an armor piece specifically made for charge blade, because quick work and power prolonger is a set of skills that only both benefit the charge blade. And this pairs with the Odo Garen Helm to max out quick work to level 3. This is useful for some builds, but again, more specifically, it's literally just made for the charge blade. Up next, we have the Aknosom Coil. Here's its analysis, the equipment skills, and effects. You get Critical Eye at level 1, which increases affinity by 10%. You also get Peak Performance level 1 when you upgrade it to grade 6, which increases attack power by 50% when your health is full. And its Drift Mount slot is unlocked at grade 8. Now this is the worst piece of armor in this set. Critical Eye is actually good, but in this case it's only okay because it's level 1. And Peak Performance is one of the worst offensive skills in the game. The reason why is because it has a condition where your health is full. So at any time if you take damage, you're going to have to wait till you go all the way back up to 100, or if you're using health boost, until you can use it again. So it's totally not worth it unless it's just a secondary skill that's a bonus along with your primary build. And last but not least, we have the Aknosom Greaves. Here's the analysis, equipment skills, and effects. You get Fire Attack level 1, and this upgrades to level 2 at grade 6. This increases the weapon's fire elemental attack value by 100 at level 2. And the Drift Smelt slot is unlocked at grade 8. Now this is one of the best pieces of Aknosom armor. It gives fire elemental builds more flexibility. Anything with an element that gives you 2 levels of fire attack at grade 6 and is in a slot where you can give it up like the legs or the Greaves makes it really good. So this gives you more flexibility, more options for whatever build you're trying to do with fire element, and overall fire, while it's not really the greatest of all time, the GOAT of elementals, because it doesn't cover a whole lot in comparison to other elements, it's still really good as far as this piece goes for fire. And finally, we have the Aknosom armor's overall analysis. So there are multiple pieces in the Aknosom set that are useful. The Coil is the most worthless piece in the set. Not worth building, don't do it, there are better pieces out there. Overall, it's really up to you what pieces you want to invest in. None of these armor pieces are meta breaking, but are useful in specific builds. For example, the Vambraces for charge blade users, defensive loading if you really want to invest into it even though it's a bad idea. However, few hunters may likely build these pieces to grade 6 for the layered armor, so if you're not gonna do it for the skills, you may do it for the layered armor, as a lot of these pieces do look pretty cool, especially if you're trying to go for some night look, or white knight look because of the Aknosom armor and its bright features.
Whenever I had time, I'd log on and go on these super long hunting sessions, or I'd just PKK some people. Yeah, but that's when I was younger.
When you were young?
And that's how I was. Sadly, I never went any towards super long hunting sessions for Aknosom, and I don't think you will either, unless you really want that layered armor, or those silver or gold Aknosom medals, which, unlike Mizutsune, where it's a final boss mob and I did it in 4 days, 13 hours, and 22 minutes, there is no motivation to do it for this chicken. Well, no, it's an ostrich. I've been corrected, okay? I've read the comments and someone corrected me. It is an ostrich. So this ostrich is something you're going to go after a lot. And hopefully, this video helps you decide what to build for the Aknosom armor set. Now, you're only going to go after it a lot because it's spawning on the field a lot right now, and it's an easy Wyvern Gem Shard. That's if it drops for you. And Aknosom is the easiest Season 3 monster to defeat, so this armor isn't too difficult to build. In comparison to Rajang and Magnamalo, this thing's the easiest. So fry it at will so that you can get some Zenny Season tier points and whatever you need from it. Please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Good luck on your grinds, hopefully you're getting all them rarity 6s from the new monsters, and you're getting everything you need from them before the event ends in a few days. Well, not a few days, it's actually going to be pretty soon. So, do your best, grind as hard as you can, and again, good luck on your drops, and I will see y'all on the next video.